Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, check, 54, 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Switch, switch, switch. Right there, 54.
Here's Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami first. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On on the ground. It's Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
I'm about to make a play.
Second turn, defense. Let's go. 155. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
On 3rd down, Tucker able to find Isabella. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 24, check 24.
Off play action, Tucker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
The kicker on for...
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, D-Lock, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From midfield, here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Mike 51. Mike
1st and 10. Tucker flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go. Check, check. Fred now, Fred. Back to 60, back to 60. Alert three.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Check. Check your heart rate.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Tucker, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with Geis. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, block 54, block 54. Watch the out, watch the out.
Looking to pass, Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14, Dolphins nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, block 54, block 54. Come to my work. We won. Come to my work.
Geis. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 40-yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 15, check 15. Check, lucky.
The toss running left. This is Penny. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Check 26, check 26.
On 3rd down, Penny. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the route is on. It's 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Right there. 54. Right there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Dolphin first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Tua sets up to pass it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
By Ja'Kai Polite. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Dolphins.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground game now with Geis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. Derek credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Take 4, take 4.
Off the play fake. Tucker. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
So we got man. Check nickel.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
For a 10.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now Rashad Penny. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. 19 tight. Cowboy 80. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Tucker. He'll dump this underneath for Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Penny, a first down carry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10. 19, 18. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got one.
he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the gun, Tucker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's a slip. That's a slip. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Y'all playing the wrong football. Show it up. Show it up.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And fights through one man. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Tua going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Mike 5-4.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Screen play, Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
On first down, Tucker. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Tucker's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
951. 951. 19 target.
This is Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. He's crash.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Shift.
Operating from the gun, Tucker. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This is Geis. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 29. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. 2 now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Titans 24, Dolphins 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch, switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You gonna take. You gotta take.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tucker. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Titans 24, Dolphins 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 51 them up. Get the ball.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin. And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did. So for the